Hello and welcome to another episode of the KFace podcast. This is episode 187. It's an ominous number. My name is Geoff Ramsey. With me, as always, Andrew Penton and Gavin Free. And this is the first podcast of 2024. Hello.
How are you not sweating on your asshole?
What do you mean sweating?
Well, she said after she waxed, just don't sweat there. But how do you... That's easier said than done.
Yeah, what does... Wait, your instructions were don't sweat there?
Yeah.
She did say that, yeah.
Maybe baby powder your asshole? Like, I don't know. Like, that's not a thing you could will, but maybe you could do preventative stuff.
I don't know if I'm going to pour baby powder in my freshly yanked follicles.
I mean, you already shoved hot wax.
I don't know that my asshole sweats that much on an average day. Like, I got a reasonable temperature in the house. I'm not wearing too many clothes, so I'm not super worried about a sweaty butt. Are you having sweat problems? You turn the air down?
No, I'm just self-conscious about it. I'm just, sat on a chair and I've got sort of a new trappage area. There's there's more of a seal now.
I also think that, oh, that was weird. I just moved in my, ugh. It is taking some getting used to.
Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Okay, so that's okay. Before we get more into the assholes and everything, it is Happy New Year. What are we doing about Nick wearing the mask?
There's no way that he's started. There's no way he has to wear it before we start, right?
If he did it,
he can't just put it on in like the middle. I just want to make sure this is it. People keep raising it to me, and I don't want to hear about it anymore. So like, we need to figure out what's going on here.
Bullets are back in guns.
Yeah, Nick has 52 chances to wear the mask, but he has to wear it the whole episode.
Yeah.
And if he gets it by us, he wins again.
Okay, but wasn't there something where we were doing it like quarterly or something where
We each get one guess.
Mm-hmm. And then we said we were gonna listen extra hard in certain times.
Oh yeah,
right.
So who's taking Q1? I can't remember.
Q1 is Gavin. I've decided.
Oh, no way. I wasn't Q1, was I?
Yeah. As of right now, you are. Q2 is Andrew. I'll be Q3, and then Eric can be Q4.
And I guess
if it gets that far.
We have recruited Gracie now, so...
We do, yeah. Gracie maybe has like a floating, like she's really just got to like keep an ear open the whole time.
Yeah, you get a guess too, Gracie.
Gracie, you have no idea what the fuck we're talking about. So Nick is going to wear the monkey mask on one episode of this show, and we have to figure out which episode it's in, but we only get one guess each. So Nick is trying to trick us. Yeah, he's trying to do a Nick trick.
What if Nick was so on the ball, so ahead of the game, and he just plunked it on between recordings?
There's no way. There's
no way, right?
I don't think he has the guts.
That would have been the move, though. But I feel like Nick 100%. Was maybe too distracted today with all the anus stuff.
Yeah, it's probably the most safe he would have been.
Yep.
Maybe.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
He's like deliberately muffling himself.
He is trying so hard to make it sound like he's in a mask.
I'm not falling for that fake out shit.
You sounded completely different to that point, then just all of a sudden.
Nick has waxy assholes on the brain today. He's not thinking about his monkey mask.
Also, Nick, I think, favors episodes without Eric. So I think I'm going to be more... Because that's how he did it last time.
Interesting.
That is true.
Okay, now we have that figured out. We have the Nick mask situation figured out. And we're talking about your assholes right now. Can I ask you guys, the time of this recording is the day that you guys have gotten waxed. Can you, when something feels weird or just kind of piques your interest, like with your buttholes over like the next few weeks, can you just like make a note, just jot it down somewhere on your phone or something and bring it up? Because
do you not have enough information about her assholes yet?
No.
Well, I mean, we did get 30 minutes of it.
Here's the thing. I have information on your smooth buttholes, but as time goes, hair returns. And I feel like with Geoff, I don't know if it's ever going to come back fully, but with you, I imagine in 2 or 3 days, you're going to be back in like true form. And I want to know what that feels like.
She did say your ass hair will grow back softer than before. It'll actually be nicer. So we are looking for like, I will say I'm noticing one thing where like my one side of my ass is sticking to the other side of my ass in a way that it's never done before. I think that the hair breaks that seal. And so it is a little uncomfortable to have like sticky, like sticky asshole. But that also might just be leftover wax or whatever too. But I don't think so. I
Probably.
think it's pretty. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
Contributes
keep
for
you
sure.
updated.
Thanks. I mean, I just think it's important to like walk the audience through this process as your hair grows back and you have sticky asshole or slick poops or whatever's going on. I just think it's important.
I mean,
I had
when you
a-
plant a seed, you want to see it grow. It's important to get these updates as we progress.
Shall
It's
I time lapse it coming back?
Yes. Also,
Well,
tell us if it's soft.
Verbally. Let us know how it feels growing a Chewbacca from your anus. Keep us updated.
Did you find the money yet?
I haven't found the money yet. I'll look more into that a bit later.
It'd be real great if you found it right now.
Yeah.
It would be. Should
For
I
the
just
podcast.
focus on thumbsticks? Let me look.
The fuck do I know?
These thumbsticks. Well, you're asking me to find it, so I'm just confirming that you want my focus on that instead of being more focused on the show. I'm looking.
This is the show.
Yeah, but I'm. Eric, you understand what I'm saying. You understand what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
and I
You
can't
get it.
imagine how mad it would make me if I said, "Do you want me to do this or focus on the show?" And somebody told me this is the show. I'd be fucking livid. Where are we going next? Car? Okay, fucking die. Fine, whatever.
We're legitimately recording the show right now. What better time could we have for him to find it than right now? We don't want him to find it off camera.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
We also, at some point soon, need to actually put beans in the new beanhole because,
Yes.
as people have
Yes.
correctly pointed out, all they have is dirt from a dirt hole and possibly
No.
Right,
piss.
but that's
No.
pre-bean. All that is pre-bean. That
You
like,
gotta
we
take
dug
the
it.
dirt out of the hole before you can put the beans in the hole.
Right, but what I'm saying is
Duh.
until beans have hit the hole, they don't actually have beanhole dirt yet.
Well, all right, well, what are you doing this weekend?
Yeah, what's up?
Cooking beans?
Let's cook some beans this weekend.
Let's cook
Fuck
some
it.
beans.
I'm
All
around.
right.
You wanna have a
Alright.
little beanie Saturday?
Yeah, a little Christmas beanie Saturday. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. I gotta go buy the supplies.
Beans?
I gotta get a new Dutch oven thing.
You gotta get new dirt.
What are you
Cast
going to do
iron.
differently?
I left the last one in my backyard just to like I cleaned it out. I threw the beans away, but I left the thing just in the backyard to rust. I was like so mad at it, so I gotta buy it. It's gonna sink
You
into the ground, and then
son
some other
of a
asshole
bitch!
can dig it up and find it.
I
What?
think he found the money.
Gavin,
Where was it?
I found the money, and I also now have a thumbstick that's 5 inches when it should be 10. This son of a bitch rolled it into the longest thumbstick
What?
and put it all the way at the thumbstick part. There's no way for me to get this. How did you get it so deep in there?
Maybe you can see now why I wanted you to have a freaking camera on your thumbs, you fool!
I didn't hear anything because it
Now
blew
that
out
he
because you
was
yelled
so
too
mad
loud.
it all cut out.
Can you
Oh,
get
sorry.
angry and do that again, please?
Let me do it less angry. That's
like
why I wanted you
20%
to
less.
have a freaking camera on your thumbs, you fool!
Oh, that's why you kept pushing the camera thing.
Yeah!
Oh.
God
How
damn it.
how long have they been in his house, or how long has the money been there?
Like 6 months, maybe?
Oh
Probably,
my
yeah.
god!
It's been a while.
6 months.
Yeah, now you can see where I was hammering that point.
Well, what was okay?
Makes sense.
I had to break the thumbstick to get the money out. What was the thought and how I was going to retrieve this while also using them the way they were intended?
Oh, I put it up there with tweezers.
How long of tweezers do you have?
I got some long ones.
It's 10 inches. What are you doing with 10-inch tweezers?
Well, I only had to push them up. You know, it was I probably had to push it up like 6 inches to get the money to touch the top.
That.
God damn.
Well, I'm glad that there are other sticks coming.
Yeah, have we talked about that yet?
No, we
No.
haven't.
Andrew has major complaints about my sticks.
Oh, his sticks are the worst, Geoff. His sticks
Really?
don't work. Yeah.
Is it
as
because
soon
they're full of money?
No, it's not. It's because they're shit is the reason why they don't work. Because they barely fit.
Could you, are you able to share a picture of the discovered cache?
Sure, give me a second.
Yeah, do you still have that cell phone from the 1960s?
Yeah, you have the phone
Camera.
that puts like a
Where did I
date
put
and a time and like a timestamp on it and everything.
Yeah,
I'm
my
excited.
There's some tolerance issues. I printed 2 sets so I could also use the sticks myself in unison. But my sticks stay on just fine. I think it's something to do with the claw grip that Andrew employs.
No, it
There's
does.
more
Your
of an upward
sticks
motion.
were flying off just like mine. As
They didn't
soon
fly
as
off
we
mine.
got off the base, I don't believe you. I don't believe you for a second. As soon as we got off the base sticks, we're on the first set, the smallest extension. Anytime I have to rotate, like move them left or right, they fly off the thing. They don't grip at all. I have to constantly be trying to grab and reload my sticks to move. They're a disaster.
I gotta be honest. I think it's because of the way you grip sticks.
I agree.
I think Gavin's right, because if your thumbs are on them, they're pushing it down, they're holding it in place. But the way you do it, you're not putting that downward pressure on anything.
Well, I gotta be honest, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You have no idea. You've never used these, so I don't know why you're giving feedback on who's right and who's wrong.
Listen,
he's right though.
I'm trusting Gavin.
He's
Gavin
not
tells
right.
me he doesn't have the issue. I've seen the way you hold a controller. It's not normal.
It's not right.
2024 is starting off pretty aggressive.
Listen, Andrew's a little salty right now because you got him 6 months ago and he just found out. It's to be expected. I'd be salty too.
I'm salty because I wanted more Monopoly money than this. I had plans for this. This is gonna be an investment.
Well, you were pretty set on me not nailing it or screwing it to your door, so I had to get it in.
Well, the door would shatter, so yeah, I was pretty set on you not breaking the door. Me.
Congratulations,
But
Gavin.
The sticks are terrible.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was really good. You did it.
What happens now?
Nothing.
I don't.
Disappointment.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, we don't.
Was
I don't
it like a prize or
Yeah, I think
punishment or
Andrew now
anything?
has to run 3 marathons.
Yeah.
Or it was like you gotta eat some gum or something. I don't know.
I don't remember. But we both did it.
We need like you know how Star Wars, Lucas Arts or whatever, Lucasfilm has like lore people to manage the lore across the whole universe.
Yeah.
People to maintain the Bible.
Maybe we could find a comment leaver who has a great handle on the lore and we can use them as like a consultant.
A lore consultant.
Yeah. Someone who is just like available on Discord while we record, and we could just type questions while we're recording, just in case.
Face historian.
If you feel like you'd be a great face historian, let us know in the comments of this somewhere.
That's a great idea. Or email that email address. What is it? What's your email address, Andrew?
ericsboss@gmail.com, I think.
That's fine. That's not it. I thought it was like bits@facepod.com or something.
Yeah. That sounds right.
Well, actually say it.
Ah,
Though.
you can tell you can tell he checks it all the time.
I haven't checked it recently. It's Eric's boss at Gmail or jack.patillo@roosterteeth.com. Also.
Do not send it. First off, Andrew gave you the wrong email address. I don't know who
Jack
Jeff's boss at
Patillo at
gmail.com is, but they're going to get fucked. But the one he's talking about is a So All Right email. That's a different podcast. Although it would be awesome if everybody who listens to Face listened to the So All Right podcast. Thanks for the free plug, Andrew.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate that.
Of course. It's a great podcast.
So hey, we're in 2024. We're just getting our dicks wet into the new year. Gavin's already fucking got one over on Andrew. Andrew's salty about the controllers. We got the year of Nick's monkey mask to look forward to. What else is 2024 gonna?
I have an idea for 2024 that I'm gonna do. That I'm gonna float by you guys because I think it's funny. I'm
Okay.
excited about it. You know how like New Year's resolutions, people are always talking about like, oh, I'm gonna get like way healthier this year. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna do like all these like significant life changes. Like that's always a big thing.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
you just drop off because it's like those are tough things to maintain, and you're just deciding randomly that you're now
Yeah.
going to completely shift your schedule. I want to do that, but on the smallest scale I could think of. I want to get really jacked hands in 2024. Specifically hands.
Okay.
I want to do grip strength. You know how they have like those hand weights? I only want to do hand weights for all of 2024 and have super jacked hands by the
So
end
how do
of
we
the
do
year.
it? Do we have to test your grip somehow? Like measure the
There
the
is
PSI?
like grip. You can measure your grip. There are things that you can like squeeze and it'll tell you your grip strength. I just like the idea of like having really tight handshakes as like I trained for this. This is what I did this year. My hands got jacked this year.
And then you can represent Unifarm and Face for all like networking, and
Sure.
you just be our handshake guy.
Yeah. So I bought a set of grip strengtheners that I'm going to start using in 2024. They're just on Amazon. Geoff posted like a link.
It was like a YouTube video on how to test your grip strength if you don't have
okay.
one. But it sounds like you've got some stuff. So
I do. Yes. So I'm floating that out there as a face resolution with you guys. Getting jacked hands in 2024.
now, do you think if you accomplish that, you'll be able to hold those the sticks on the controller?
I might break the controller if I hit my goals. I might squeeze too hard.
You should jack your hands up enough. I wonder if there's like finger steroids where you could just get so fucking jacked that you could just fucking crush a controller in your hand. Just like twist it and break it. That would be cool.
That would be cool. Maybe like an evolution, like I have some watermelons, like do a Gallagher thing, but with my hands, if possible.
Oh.
Do you think you could rip a phone book?
I feel like that requires more than just hand squeeze
Yeah,
strength.
it's going to require a time
That's
machine to
like
go back
a
and find
lot.
a phone book.
Have you thought about becoming the giant forearm guy?
There's a giant forearm guy?
Oh, have you not seen this guy?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah, massive hands and forearms. Check that
He
out.
looks like Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, he looks like a Pixar character. Has he done that to himself, or was he born that way?
Did that to himself.
Did he do that? I don't know how it works. It is
He's broken his finger there?
yeah, check out what it is when this is so cool. When he arm wrestles someone else.
Oh my
Look
God.
at that.
God.
Jesus.
He's like a character sketch for the Charger came to real life. Like if he was a human.
It looks
Yeah.
like someone arm wrestling a beehive juggler.
I gotta be honest, this is making me question my idea of getting jacked hands in 2024. I don't like this.
Yeah.
Well, just something to think about. You could be
Fuck.
this guy. You could take this
I
guy
don't want to
down.
be that guy. I don't want to take. He's got his own thing. I don't.
Well, just do it on one hand then.
That might be the move.
Like in that M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Which M. Night Shyamalan movie?
The one where the lady was in the pool or whatever? Wasn't
Oh,
there
I
like
didn't
one
see
dude
that
who had a fucking jacked ass arm?
Did he? Is that
Yeah,
a
I think so. But the
subplot
other
of
wasn't.
that movie?
I think so.
What a weird film.
Paul Giamatti was in it, I believe. He was a doctor.
He was.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, Nick said Lady in the Water. That's what it's called.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I didn't see that one. What a strange thing. Okay, well, maybe one hand. It seems like I'm alone on this pursuit, and these images are not helping.
Oh, were you looking for us to do it with you?
That's what I was saying. I was pitching it
Oh.
for us that I planned on doing this, and I was offering it to you
Yeah,
two.
I'll do it with you. Yeah, send me a link to whatever you bought, and I'll fuck it. Why not, dude? I'll do it. What else am I gonna do?
We should maybe like do grip strength start of the year, grip strength end of the year,
That was a great idea.
and we can
That's
measure
a
it.
great idea. Okay, I just need to buy the same equipment you have, so we have parity, and then we can measure.
Get the Eric card.
The Gracie card.
Yeah, that's fine. Go for it.
Well, we don't need to worry about the melting pot, so
Yeah. So yeah, what's the latest on the melting pot?
no update on the melting. I'm still getting emails even though I've been removed, but I got invited to watch a seminar about how great it is the other day.
Oh my
Didn't
god!
watch
They
it.
have seminars.
Yeah, I missed it.
I
Unfortunately,
really can't believe there's a whole department of melting pot just in charge of calling people who want one. Like, how many people are currently inquiring about having a melting pot?
I mean, it's probably a one-person job.
You just think it's that one guy?
I think it's just that one dude, or it's like a job. It's not even a job, right? It's just like whoever picks up the phone at the office that day has to deal with it. So it's like a responsibility they all share. Because how
Oh, I see.
often? How often can I? Honestly, how often? How many melting pots are there? First of all,
that's a great question. How many are there?
Does
anyone
What'd you
know?
guess?
91 franchises. It looks
Oh,
like.
that's less than I would have guessed.
As of July 2023, in the United States and Canada, there are 91 melting pots.
Wow.
So you got to figure
Yeah.
that, even taking into consideration a couple of Andrews out there, at max, they've had 150 calls over the last however many years, right? It can't be enough to justify a department or a person.
What if we
No.
get into franchising? We have like other people do face.
Like localized faces for different markets. Like if you want to be the
Yeah, like-
Slovenian face.
Face for your town.
Yeah, like the Bismarck face, Boise face. That's interesting.
I thought about when I was doing fluke face stuff, having other languages do it for like international fluke face.
Andrew, do you want to handle all inquiries about foreign face?
No, I don't. I think since you are the most established foreigner, that should really be your department. If you're,
I mean, you're
if we're gonna
equally
tackle
foreign.
this. I'd say you're more foreign than I am. I think you're
do you
definitely
figure
more
that?
foreign than I am. Because people are like, Canada's just second America. Nobody says what England is second America.
I think one of you doesn't live in their native country.
Yeah, I was about to say one of you is an America, lives in America and has a green card, and the other one doesn't. Like, I'm not trying to side with Gavin too much this year, but
How
think
would you
you're saying
side
he's
with
got you
Gavin
there.
on this? That
He's the
doesn't make
foreigner.
any sense.
That makes him
What?
more of a foreigner.
He is the foreigner. Andrew is in his native land. How is Andrew a foreigner?
Gavin's
I
paying
am in no way a
Gavin's
foreigner.
paying taxes.
Congratulations.
Like, he's
Gavin.
more American than Andrew is.
I'm paying taxes. What do you mean?
I'm
paying taxes to my country.
I don't think you understand the concept of foreigner.
I'm just saying, Gavin can't be a
Andrew
foreigner
is
if
not
he's a
foreign.
he
Andrew is native.
to Canada. Well, yeah, but we're talking about
Yes,
America.
to
aren't we?
Canada. Exactly. He's Canadian. He's native to Canada. He's in Canada. He's been in Canada the whole time.
So what you
Gavin's
say?
the
But we're an
foreigner.
American podcast, and the center of the
Well,
podcast
wait,
is
why are we an
America.
American podcast?
Because it's in Deputy, Indiana. It's the center of the fucking podcast universe.
Oh, that's fair.
We all
That's
agree
fair.
on that.
No,
so if
that's
we're
fair.
talking about the center of the fucking universe, and clearly the podcast happens in America, it's an American podcast. Gavin is more American than Andrew, so Gavin's less of a foreigner in this situation because he lives in the same fucking country that we produce it.
So the guy born in North America is less American than the guy born in England?
Maybe.
Is there a melting pot in Deputy Indiana?
No.
There's nothing in Deputy Indiana. You have no idea. We've been trying to get there's no billboards. I mean,
No.
well, I'll just
No, it's
speak
a
frankly.
barn,
There-
right?
Yeah. So we are trying to get something going on a barn in Deputy, Indiana. I've employed a much better producer than I am to get these things going, and it is a process to try to figure out. Oh boy, it's
Do you think that this podcast is on the verge of being good, but it just isn't?
What do you mean?
We can't get a billboard. We wanted a billboard. We can't get one.
Well, it doesn't exist. We can get a billboard. We just can't
Do you
get
not
one in a
think maybe-
place that doesn't have a billboard.
Maybe we should have narrowed it to the nearest billboard. Why do we pick
Yes.
someone without a freaking billboard?
Because
Yes.
that's the math, dude.
That's
That's
the
where
heart.
it exists. We got to be honest with ourselves and with geography and with the audience.
Right,
It's
but
not-
if the nearest billboard is 6 miles from that spot, wouldn't we want that?
No. We
Okay.
need to be in the heart of Deputy. So
I
that's what the
think.
show
I
is.
mean, the reality is, if we were informed that sometimes people rent the barn and paint signs on the barn, and that's what they handle as a billboard and Deputy. If we can't work that out, then we're going to do the next best thing, which is to get the billboard 8 miles away or 10 miles away from Deputy or whatever, because that's our only option. But we want to explore all the Deputy options first, I think.
I agree with Geoff completely.
Okay.
God, now I'm agreeing with Andrew. And it gets 2024 is tumultuous.
It is
I mean,
tumultuous.
I agree with you, Gavin, 100%.
What? That
I
it's
thought
almost
you
good?
agreed with me.
No, I agree with Gavin that we should have
the
thought about
billboard.
that. When
I
we,
see.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Got it.
then we would
like
be
all
lying.
other things, it's the most difficult route, the most circuitous route to get to an end game with this fucking show. So you have to see things through to the bitter end. It's the only way things happen.
The other day when we recorded, I suggested that I rush out the edit of the beanhole 2, even though we've not put beans in it yet, because we've sold the beanhole pens. And I was like, I could quickly edit that. We could put it out and we could stick the link to the pens in the description. And then the video went up, no link in the video description. And then I said in the Slack, oh, can we put the thing in there? And Eric went, ooh, good idea.
Yeah,
Wasn't that
good
the
thing-
whole reason I stayed
Yeah.
up late, bent over dickwards, getting that video out?
Yeah, I thought it was good thinking, man. I thought that was a great idea. 100%.
The idea was already had the week earlier.
Yeah, exactly. It was a great idea.
I
Yeah,
think
it was good thinking. I don't know. I'm not
Who's
sure what
in
you don't
charge
understand.
of
Man. I
these
thought it was a great
things?
idea. Good thinking. 100%. Smart.
It is
Almost
good.
good.
It is good thinking, Gavin.
It is. See, that's
It was,
that's
yeah.
all I'm saying. It's good thinking.
I think we're all in agreement about that.
Great job.
Everybody
We're
thinks you
unified
think
on that
good.
point.
We all agree you think good.
You know what I think maybe started my tumultuous 2024?
The money.
Well, no, it was before that. I've done something that I've never felt more psychotic in my life than going through this process. When we're recording this, we are a mere 2 days away from the big Cock Awards happening, the very exciting Cock Awards. And Geoff, I don't know if you know this. I didn't know this, but I'm fucked. However, you gave me a slight edge.
I did because I forgot to nominate you. How did I give you an edge?
Well, that's what I'm. First of all, did you nominate people and not nominate me for a Cock Award?
No comment.
Jesus Christ.
That's awesome.
Who does the nominating? Who is Geoff?
The nominations are private. I'm not supposed to talk about it.
Do you still nominate?
I mean, I'm consulted. I have the
But
opportunity to.
who are you in charge of?
I'm not in charge of anybody. It's not about
That's
being in
what I'm
charge. You don't have to be
getting
in
to, Gavin.
charge. You
Okay.
can nominate. You could nominate somebody if you thought they did a great job, Gav.
I
Can
thought that this was all managers that were nominating
so did I.
people. I assumed that it was all decided from upper level management. However, I got a terrifying email saying that you can nominate someone if you want, which made me realize that if this is a voting situation, I have zero chance at all. However, I did tilt the numbers somewhat because I both have my work email as well as johnny.caviar@roosterteeth.com. I got 2 sets of ballots that I could work with to boost.
So Johnny could nominate you.
So Johnny could nominate me, but then I wanted
we have to convince the whole company to nominate Johnny Caviar.
Well, it's too late.
It's a little late now.
It's already locked in. I had to
Okay.
panic submit these. So I submitted myself as both me and Johnny Caviar for every single award. There's a bunch of them. There's 12. I wrote these as Johnny Caviar. I realized, though, that I have several aliases on this show, and you can nominate up to 3 people. So as Johnny Caviar, I nominated Johnny Caviar, Raymond Somer, and Andrew Panton for every single award. And you have to write...
You're gonna lose because of this now. You fucked over whoever's making these final selections, and they're gonna go, he just kept nominating himself under different names.
You're gonna split your own vote.
That's absolutely 100%.
Well, I viewed these all as votes for me. So it tells you what the award is. And then you have to write in a little reason why. And there's so many of them. I didn't go too in depth on most of them. But
Fearless Spirit?
yeah, that's one of the awards.
Johnny
You can write.
Here's what he wrote. Nominating number 1, Andrew Panton. Your reason, he's an honorable man. Fearless Spirit, your second nominee, Johnny Caviar. Your reason, it's important to recognize yourself. Third nominee, Raymond Somer. Reason, a wonderful spirit.
Wonderful spirit, that Raymond Somer.
He's gonna lose. He's
Great
gonna
energy.
lose. He's
There he
gonna
goes.
lose.
Next one. Unrivaled passion. Definitely me.
These categories.
Is
Passion personified. You
Yep.
can't top the enthusiasm of Caviar.
Raymond Somer. His enthusiasm for content inspired me as Johnny Caviar.
So you're Johnny Caviar in that.
So this is me submitting as Johnny Caviar, yes.
Okay.
Third category, we got inclusive community. Andrew Panton, he maintained the communal roots even after being hired. Johnny Caviar, he has become a known name in our community. Raymond Somer, found a unique way to engage and interact with our community. I think all these should count as a me vote, even though they're under different names.
Well, you should have made them all you votes.
Well, I did.
I mean, Jeff's right. Just nominate yourself 3 times.
Genuinely us.
If one
Andrew Panton, a truly original soul. Raymond Somer, you couldn't come up with them if you tried. Johnny Caviar, the most authentic person I have ever met, which is weird because it is supposed to be Johnny Caviar. That's like a third person inclusion.
It all sounds like a like a review on the back of a DVD.
It does. Well, there's so many different categories. Insatiable creativity. Andrew Panton,
is
from show running face to Let's Play, he contributes constantly. Raymond Somer, some of his creative decision making have made ripples that struck the audience to the core.
His
Johnny
reading needs work.
Caviar.
Yeah,
I keep wondering when he will peak, yet all he does is hit new heights. I felt like a total psychopath writing all of these, and I had to write so many of them. Where's the thread?
God.
You got
Jesus.
7. Check yourself. The award. Andrew Patton, he's an honorable man who has never not followed through with a declaration. Raymond Somer holds himself accountable. Johnny Caviar, the best of who we are, truly salt of the earth.
Okay.
I'm just gonna post these 4 so I don't have to keep.
I wanted you to win until this. Now,
And then
now I don't.
okay, so now we got rule together. Andrew Pitt, his collaborations even here are undeniable. I'm fucking 3 categories, everything. Johnny Caviar, I worked alongside Andrew every step of the way. Rule 3, or rule together number 3. Raymond Somer, when working with Raymond and Andrew, I felt unified in whatever we did. Because I'm the same, it's all the same person. That's why. Spark creative genius. Andrew Pant, working with him, I felt I was around a genius. Raymond Somer, one of the best creative minds I've ever seen. Johnny Caviar, no matter the project, he elevates it. Embrace change. Andrew Patton, his ability to change direction to support when needed is masterful. He operates with the intentionality and elegance of a sewing machine. Raymond Somer, you could argue that Raymond embraced more change than most, but never wavered from his core character. Johnny Caviar maintains the balance of what's right, and I believe lastly, generate joy. Andrew Panton, he's the best. Johnny Caviar, I love myself. Raymond Somer makes any rumor scenario a joy to be a part of. So I am as nominated as I can be for
They
these
are
cock
going
awards.
to look at these and go, "Who wrote this?" Andrew. Oh, okay. Okay, great, cool.
So, Eric, did you nominate people for categories such as check yourself?
I did.
Huh.
Did you, Gavin?
No.
Gavin wasn't aware that we could nominate.
No, I also wasn't until I got this email. Shocked. Nick, did you nominate people?
No.
Nick didn't nominate. Geoff, do you nominated?
Of course.
Were there any nominations from Geoff or Eric for me, Johnny Caviar, or Raymond Somer?
I can't
No, it looks like you got
say
these
that.
covered, man. Like it really looks like you got yourself covered here, so it should be fine.
Yeah, you got it.
The deepest of
It
betrayals.
doesn't look like you need us at all.
The
It looks like
deepest
you're
of betrayals.
a very stable man who definitely has this all worked out.
Yeah. No, it's unhinged.
The people who vote on the Academy Awards don't hang out on a podcast before the Academy Awards and talk about who they voted for. I can't do that.
I think that's exactly what they do.
Their categories are slightly more specific, like best director, not unwavering spirit or whatever.
No, these are rule together. Classic.
I wouldn't know
thing you vote
if I won the Rule Together award that I was telling my family. I don't know what they would think about that.
Well, I don't think you're going to win any of these, so I wouldn't worry about it. That's not a conversation you're going to have.
Yeah, I didn't nominate you. I'm sorry, Gavin.
Man, you don't think I help Rule Together?
I think you
I do,
generate
yeah.
joy.
I think you
what I'm
spark
always saying
creative
about you,
genius. I think you rule together. I think you generate joy. You definitely embrace change. You exemplify all of it, but you're also
I don't know what's a bigger betrayal. You two not nominating me, or Nick just not nominating anybody, even
I
knowing he
didn't
can't.
Nick doesn't give a fuck.
What?
I didn't say I didn't nominate you. I said I can't talk about it.
Yeah.
You didn't. I don't know why you agreed, Nick. You already said you didn't
No,
nominate.
I said no. Wink.
He winked. You didn't hear him
think
wink?
you have a camera on?
Yeah, did you hear me winking? Hey, hear that?
And
I'm
make
sorry.
picking the monkey mask a lot easier if you did. If you consider that. Yes, I do hear that, Nick.
Okay.
Well, I had no chance. The cock died as soon as I saw it was a vote system, so it's over. But I at least I
You're
wanted
starting
to
the year with a
submit.
dead cock?
It's a good. Maybe in 2024 it could be reborn.
Like a phoenix cock.
Oh!
Yes.
Also, Andrew, we don't know. We won't know for a couple days if you won or not. Like,
Oh, but we know I didn't win. It's the cock dream is dead. It's died on the table.
well, you
It died
can't.
on the
If you-
ballot.
if you're gonna think like that, then you don't have a shot. You got to put
With
positivity out into the universe.
If we viewed this as like an election, my cock award dreams are like the third party candidate. My ballots are the 1%, if that, of the submission. I'm out.
No, it's
I'm
like
dead.
this would be like if it was ranked choice voting, and you voted for everybody on the ballot equally somehow. Like you really split your vote. But it may pan out. You never know. It'd be funny if Johnny Caviar won an award.
It would be hilarious if Johnny Caviar won, and I did.
Did you do any internal campaigning?
I tweeted at Rooster Teeth I'd be willing to bribe them to win the award, but they never got back to me.
Yeah, so the answer to your question is no.
Well, okay, to be fair, the way my Slack account is designed, I can only interact with people that I'm in Slacks with. So I literally can't message people beyond you guys.
Why didn't you start like a leaflet or like a pamphlet campaign?
I did consider making my own award and sending it to all of management, but the budget and other considerations, I couldn't fit it in.
Something to think about for 2024.
Yeah, maybe 2024, just really up the bribery side.
Yeah, maybe like create like a little flyer or something you can hand out around November or so to all the employees. Be like, hey, don't forget about Andrew. Kind of like at when you're running for school president. Maybe put a poster with some glitter up and a picture of you, and put it up in the hallway. That kind of thing.
Okay, I'll take notes. The best way to learn a language? Immersion. Living where the language is spoken and using it every day. But if that's not in the cards this year, you can still learn a language the second best way, and that's with Babbel. Be a better you in 2024 with Babbel, the science-backed language learning app that actually works. Don't pay hundreds of dollars for private tutors or waste hours on apps that don't really help you speak the language. Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are designed by over 150 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Babbel's designed by real people for real conversations. Babbel's tips and tools are approachable, accessible, rooted in real-life situations, and delivered with conversation-based teaching, so you're ready to practice what you've learned in the real world. It's my favorite thing about Babbel is how convenient their courses are and how they help you learn real conversation skills. It's just fantastic, whether it's like learning how to order food or ask for directions, speaking to merchants without having to consult language apps while on vacation, which is the worst. You don't want to have to pull out that app while you're vacationing somewhere. If you're going to a place, you want to be immersed in the culture and the scene. And that's what I love about it, is just being able to have those simple conversations without needing to consult those apps. Also, Babbel has fantastic speech recognition technology that helps you to improve your pronunciation and accent, which is incredibly important. Studies from Yale, Michigan State University, and others continue to prove Babbel is better. One study found that using Babbel for 15 hours is the equivalent of a full semester at college. Babbel has over 10 million subscriptions sold, plus all of Babbel's 14 language courses are backed by their 20-day money-back guarantee. Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners. Right now, get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/face. Get 55% off at babbel.com/face. That's babbel.com/face, spelled BABBEL.com/face. Rules and restrictions may apply. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. We are in 2024, and as I reflect back on 2023, it was a really good year for me from the perspective of mental health. It was a year in which I really started to embrace loving myself, not in like a egocentric, I'm the greatest person ever type thing, but just more learning it's okay to like yourself, I guess, which I know sounds weird, but that was something I've always struggled with historically, is both giving myself time and embracing the person that I am and not being embarrassed by it. So that's something that I've been working on a lot in 2023 and plan on continuing in 2024, because it's something I've struggled with. But around New Year's, we get obsessed with how to change ourselves instead of just expanding on what we're already doing right. Maybe you finally organize one part of your space and you want to tackle another, or maybe you're taking your supplements every morning and now you want to actually eat breakfast too. Therapy helps you find your strengths so you can ditch the extreme resolutions and make changes that really stick. Therapy is something that has helped me in countless ways. I would not be in the place I am without the things I've learned and also just fleshing out issues that I've had in the past. You can give yourself all the time, but in my opinion, talking to an expert is invaluable, and you will learn insights about yourself that you didn't necessarily even realize were there. So if you're interested in starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Celebrate the progress you've already made. Visit betterhelp.com/face today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/face. This ad is brought to you by HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Whether your resolution is to save money, eat better, or stress less, HelloFresh is here to help you do all three. Say hello to your most delicious year yet with fresh ingredients and chef-crafted recipes at a price you'll like, delivered right to your door. Each HelloFresh box is packed with farm-fresh ingredients, and everything arrives pre-portioned right to your doorstep for less hassle and less wasted food. Don't let recipe boredom strike, because HelloFresh has more options than ever before. Dig into their biggest menu yet with over 45 dinner options to choose from weekly, and even more market add-on items that suit any lifestyle. I love HelloFresh. The food is always so good. I love that the ingredients are sorted for you. The recipes are always amazing. The box, just opening it is exciting. Everything about it is great. I couldn't recommend enough. So if you want to experience HelloFresh, go to HelloFresh.com/facefree and use code FACEFREE for free breakfast for life, which is one breakfast item per box while subscription is active. That's free breakfast for life at HelloFresh.com/facefree with code FACEFREE. I don't think I could ever win in a campaign system, to be honest. I don't think I've
You
shot.
won Survive Block Island.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, well, yeah, but that was because of other people's choices.
What's this?
Well, this is gonna also be other people's choices.
No, but I'm saying I don't
This is
think any of the
only
other
other people's
candidates are
choices.
going to be evaluated negatively based on what they did. Winning Survive Block Island doesn't necessarily mean the best. It just means coming across less poorly than the other people you're with.
So you're saying I really helped you out?
Yes, you did. Although fucking Jack is the only one who voted for you, and you put a sign up that said you're next on his fucking thing.
Didn't they cut that out?
I don't know if they cut that out or not, but if not, Jack, now you know. Gavin's the one that wrote the sign and put it in your house that you're next.
Oh man.
You voted for Gavin anyway.
Hey, can I change the subject to tell
Of
you
course.
guys about something weird that happened to me last night?
I'd
this
love
morning?
to hear what happened.
Okay. I had well, let me start off by saying I'm an atheist. I don't know if it's painfully clear or not, but I'm an atheist, and I have been for a very long time. Not like aggressively so or anything, but that's where I am in life. And I've been searching for a little bit of guidance lately. I've just got some stuff in the background that I need to figure out, and I've got some decisions to make, and I just need a little clarity, and I need a little mentorship or direction right now with some
Next
stuff.
year's Cock Awards?
Yeah, next year's awards, next year's Cock Awards or Beak Awards, whatever the fuck they are. No, just some other stuff. Not stuff I obviously want to talk about on the podcast, or I would, but I also have mentioned in the past, I think I told you guys about how I pray sometimes, even though I don't believe in God.
Uh-huh.
I just feel like it's good to put that out in the universe. And I think I told you I realized I was praying to Alexa on accident because I say Alexa so much. So I was laying in bed last night trying to fall asleep thinking about these issues that I need to solve or figure out, or that I could use some clarity on. And I thought I should put this out into the universe. Who knows? And so laying in bed last night, I prayed. And for guidance, just for a little bit of guidance. And, I don't expect God to, I don't believe he exists, but if he did, I wouldn't expect him to be like, here's the answer or anything. But I feel like it's good to put that energy out, It's just like, even if it just like subconsciously gets your mind thinking in a different way about it. And so I put the call out for some guidance, and then I went to sleep. Then I woke up this morning in a way that I haven't woken up in a very long time. The last time I woke up this way, it was in the old house when I would have ghost type stuff. I woke up like dead asleep to 100% awake in 1 second. I don't know, guys, if that ever happens to you guys. It happens so rarely to me, and it's only usually like a loud clang or something, and you're like, I'm up, you know? But I had that, and I woke up, and I looked around, and I was 100% awake. And I thought, that's weird. And then I went back to sleep. And then I didn't know what time it was or anything. I just like was 100% awake. And I laid down and I tried to go back to sleep. And as I was laying in my bed trying to go back to sleep, having no idea what time it was or anything, I didn't grab my phone or anything. My phone started playing the Howard Stern show on maximum volume on the SiriusXM app. My phone is plugged in and charging on the other side, like on my nightstand. I grabbed it real fast because I didn't want it to wake Emily up. And I thought it was my alarm at first, you know? And I was like, oh, I must have woken up right before my alarm. I grabbed my phone and I hit stop and I look at it and it's 3:13 in the morning. I didn't have the XM app open on my phone. I wasn't listening to Howard Stern yesterday. I actually was listening to politics all day. So somehow in the middle of the night, my phone just opened up the SiriusXM app, opened up the Howard Stern channel and started playing it. And I also had my phone lowered because I don't need that much sound to wake up to. I'm a light sleeper. I can hear anything. And so I had it low. It maxed my volume up and turned the Howard Stern show on and started blaring it at 3:13 in the morning. And I take that as a sign. I just don't know of what. Because how does that happen? How does your phone start playing an app when it's asleep and docked? And sleep mode was on. I have it set up so that 11:15 it goes into sleep mode.
I would assume that the Sirius app updated and potentially just relaunched.
Has that ever happened to you?
I thought this was leading to you telling me that Tom Cruise woke you up and you're a Scientologist now.
No, I just don't understand. I just don't understand what made my phone turn on the Sirius XM app and then start playing a different channel than I was playing last. Like the last time I played it, I was listening to Dan Abrams.
But what was playing?
Howard Stern.
Yeah, but what
I don't know.
Said?
Howard and Robin were talking, and I didn't listen to it long enough to. I was scared it was going to wake Emily up, and so
idiot.
I stopped it.
I love you, Geoff. You pray for a sign, right? And you think it's ridiculous. And then this unexplainable thing happens. And you get a message delivered. And you immediately turn the message off and pay no attention to what was being played.
I paid a ton of attention in the moment. I had to turn it off because I don't want to wake Emily up. Like she has a 12-hour day today. The last thing I want to do.
That's fair.
Like, dude, the amount of work you go through not to wake your partner up every night of your life, sticking shampoo bottles up your ass and laying backwards on broken chairs.
I understand.
You completely understand where I'm coming from here.
I get it, but if you're asking for a message and a message begins, my instinct isn't, oh, that's weird. Turn it off.
I don't think the message was whatever Howard and Robin were saying. I think the message was that.
Why would the message be SiriusXM playing Howard Stern and not what was being said on the show?
I mean, I gotta figure that out, but I think it was more of a nod to. It makes sense a little bit in my head without getting too into the weeds. I just think it's weird and very unexplained. And Gavin, you may have something there, but when does an app update and then change channels to a different radio station and then start playing that radio station?
Yeah, I don't know. It might have just been like a resume thing. Like sometimes.
But if it would have resumed the Julie Mason show on POTUS. That's the last thing I heard before I closed the app. Like, I don't know why it would open and then switch from POTUS to a different channel to Howard 100 when it was on 125 or whatever. Like, it makes no fucking sense. And I know I didn't do it because I was already awake laying in bed trying to figure out why I was awake.
I've had a thing where I left headphones paired and they eventually ran out of batteries and then it just, instead of pausing, just started playing stuff loud through my phone. Do you have AirPods?
My AirPods were plugged in and charging. I plugged them in and charged them before.
Yeah, it's certainly odd. And I can't explain it. And it sounds like whatever it was had meaning to you, which is great. I mean,
I think it does. It's a little nebulous and it's going to take some time to work out. And, I think signs are often not like super clear, they kind of point you in a direction and you got to figure stuff out. In all seriousness, I'm a little, I wouldn't say creeped out by it, but it was fucking weird.
Do you have
Like,
a way of going back to that
fucking-
exact moment in the show and listening more clearly to the words?
No, but it was yesterday's show. What I did do is when I woke up, I listened to all of today's show immediately. The first thing I did was turn on Howard Stern and start listening to it. And I listened to the entirety of today's show, and I didn't glean anything other from that. That's listening to the show made me think like it might not have been what was being said. It might have been the show. Like the
In
idea.
like the 25 or so years you've been listening to that show, have you ever called in?
To the Howard Stern show?
Yeah.
No, never.
Maybe it's time. Maybe
What would I say? I don't have anything to say. I just think it's weird.
just ask him if he has a message for you.
Just ask Howard if he has a message for me. Yeah, maybe I'll try that.
Just say you slept through the sign and you need to hear it again.
Like it was so weird to go from dead asleep to 100% awake instantly.
Yeah.
And then to be laying there in my bed and thinking, why am I awake right now? What's happened? Is it time to get up? Because I wake up usually before my alarm, like a minute or two before my alarm. And then I go, okay, my alarm will go off in a second. And before I even had the wherewithal to because I have a clock on the other side of the room to look up and see if I could see what time it was, Howard Stern just started blasting. And it's just like, it's even on a wireless charger. Like it wasn't like even physically plugged in anything. It's just in sleep mode on a wireless charger. And why would it start playing and the volume change? Like volume was max volume, and I set it to like 20% before I went to bed. I do every night. I remember doing it. It's just like something did that, dude. It was fucking weird, and it didn't creep me out, but it startled me, and it's got the hairs in the back of my neck standing up a little bit because I can't think of a rational. The closest rational solution would be the AirPods, but it's definitely not that because they were in their case and charging.
Yeah, I have no idea. I do, just as a concept, think it's hilarious. The idea of asking for a message and then you receiving the message and just being like, why the fuck is this playing?
No,
And
I was
turning
just
it
so
off
shocked.
immediately.
I wasn't thinking
totally.
about the message at 3 a.m. I was trying to figure out why I'm awake.
Absolutely.
And then I was shocked by that. And then I was trying to turn it off so it didn't disrupt my poor wife who's got to, work 11 hours, 12 hours today and needs as much sleep as she can get. And so I was in the moment, I was in crisis. I was trying to, keep her to sleep. And then laying in bed, I thought, was that my message? And then I thought to myself, like, that doesn't make any sense. And I was, it was 3 a.m. I was tired. I just went back to sleep and figured I'd deal with it today. But maybe I was supposed to listen to that particular moment on the Howard Stern show. But I think it was more that, hey, pay attention. I mean,
It's for you to interpret.
it's for me to interpret. And there's something to interpret there.
I felt bad for Emily today when she had like a entire business full of staff and customers, and then I was just screaming at the top of my lungs from the tiny room in the back.
Yeah, I felt a little bad too, but she was sweet about it. And
Yeah.
I don't think she would have let us do it if it would damage things, She's pretty serious about her career and her company and her business and everything. So I don't think she would have done it if she thought it would have in any way negatively impacted her salon.
Do you think you'll listen to yesterday's show again?
The Howard Stern show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably will.
It's worth listening to.
But I do think that the message was that it was wake up and pay attention. It's too I can't go into it's too personal to go into, but I'm just having some stuff to figure out about my career and other stuff and just my life in general. I'm almost 50 and I got some stuff to figure out. And
So you found it relevant?
I found it extremely relevant. I just don't exactly.
Interesting.
I just haven't had time. Then I woke up and I started getting ready and doing work and getting Millie ready for school and stuff. And then I listened in the background. And then I had to go get my asshole waxed and then immediately record 2 episodes of the show. So I haven't had a lot of time to really sit down and
Not a lot of reflection time.
reflect on
sift
what it
through.
means. But it was just fucking, I don't want to say paranormal, but it was just fucking weird. Like, I don't know what, something did that to my phone. Something made that happen. Something woke me up in the way that it woke me up. Because it woke me up 15 seconds before that happened. Like, how does that make sense?
Yeah, so I feel like the noise that wakes you up is rarely the noise you hear.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So something probably fell. Like, did your AirPods fall and fly open or something?
Gavin, my AirPods were in the kitchen, plugged into a little device that has all my different stuff plugged into it. The only thing in my bedroom like that is just my phone on its wireless charging. Emily's got her phone on the other side on her wireless charging, and that's it. Like,
Do you think maybe Emily farted on your phone?
Do I think Emily got up from the other side of bed, walked around to my side of the bed, farted on my phone, then walked back, got into
I don't know.
bed?
I'm just trying to think of the noise that could have woken you up before that started.
I didn't hear a noise. I just woke up. Usually when you hear a noise and you wake up, you hear a noise. I didn't hear anything. I just woke
never
up.
hear the noise that actually
No.
wakes me up.
I feel like I do. Something shocks you awake and you're like, what was that? I didn't
I
feel
hear the
what was that.
aftermath.
I just woke up and I was
Yes.
like, why am I awake?
If you're gonna wake up anyone, Emily's probably the worst person to wake up because she has that very involved routine to like get into sleep position.
Yeah, she's got
Like,
like,
that
a
would-
seven.
you don't
She's
wanna
got like a
break it.
7-point system to get into bed. You can't fuck with that.
No, absolutely not. And I had a realization this is my last Christmas in my 20s, and I feel transitioned to older person excitement, where like I've themed the entirety of like any Christmas thing I'm getting, or if I'm gonna spend money on myself as a gift, to enhance my sleep, because I just enjoy being really cozy in bed and relaxing. And so I texted Emily because I was like, I have a few ideas of how I can improve it. And I remember you mentioning, Geoff, her extensive routine. I texted asking like, so what is like the process, or like I'm going through this. Is there anything in your routine that you think significantly contributes? And she sent me this massive detailed list of like every step. And I realized how far away I am from truly having a peak sleep game. I need to work on mine, and I'm inching closer to that reality. But I realized like that is like an old man thing. And then I got really excited looking at shower heads of like how I can improve the shower head I have, and just the possibility of like, I don't really like the one that I have. It's kind of sucks. I could use
Aren't
an
you a
improvement.
tub guy though?
I am, but just like if I'm gonna have a shower, because the tub is for relaxation. If it's like you're getting clean, you want a shower. I was looking at shower heads and like what the best reviewed ones were, and just getting excited about the optimization of the shower, which is like, I wondered when that happened, when I transitioned to be a person that would care or be excited about shower efficiency. It's a weird process to go through.
What's your current sleep routine, Andrew? Like, it's time for bed.
I got the fan. Oh my God. I'm doing, you want to talk about psychotic moves? You know how I was listening to...
What?
You know how I was listening to the rain as like a way to fall asleep. I have a new sound. I have a new thing. I've fallen asleep to
Piss?
this. No, worse, I would say,
Because Jeff's got
Weirder.
you covered.
I would argue it'd be weirder than Jeff's piss. I have been, because it's on Netflix. I have been falling asleep.
Just a failed fart. It wasn't. I wasn't recording the piss part.
We should see if Andrew can fall asleep to it though.
I mean, I'd be willing to try because it's better than what I have been doing. I've been falling asleep to the Hateful Eight every single day for the past 2 weeks.
What the fuck?
I know. Because it's in the snow, and this is how I think my brain works. It's very cozy. They're in a cabin. I like when I'm warm and cozy. I like the idea of it being cold outside because I'm all comfortable and I don't have to deal with that. That brings me relaxation. So I've been playing the Hateful Eight and then falling to sleep every night. And I haven't made it to the cabin. I fall asleep on the way in the wagon. Typically around the time Walton Goggins shows up, I crash. And that has been, and it's the weirdest thing. There's no reason for it to be. I find the opening music to the movie relaxing, even though it's supposed to be very foreboding. I can't fully explain it, but it works.
Warren
And,
Goggins he doesn't have the sleepy vibe to me whenever I see him on screen.
No, but it's Kurt
No.
Russell and Samuel Jackson have like very calming voices, I would say. I've been trying to figure out what exactly has caused this. It started as like, oh, I haven't watched The Hateful Eight in a long time. I should maybe revisit that. And then I fell asleep. And now it's become a thing I've done the past 2 weeks. I don't make it that far into the movie. Eric just posted a photo of Walt Goggins holding a gun, looking very alarmed. I don't
like
get
he just
that
got his
far.
asshole waxed.
Yeah.
He does. But that has been my weird sleep thing. So if you want to send me piss, I'll take it because I'm not thrilled about this. And I assume eventually it will come off Netflix. But at the current moment, I've been falling asleep to the Hateful Eight.
Does it
Every
work?
It does. It works great. That's why I keep doing it. But I've listened to Samuel Jackson try to get onto a wagon like 14 times. And it is getting repetitive, but I keep falling asleep.
Is this playing on a phone or do you have a TV in there?
I put headphones into my phone and I just fall asleep with my headphones on and I pretend they're earmuffs.
Wired or AirPods?
Wired.
Okay.
That's so uncomfortable.
No,
I don't wake up with it wrapped around your neck.
It does. The cord does go across the neck, which is inconvenient, but that's just how these headphones are set up.
Do you move a lot in your sleep, Gavin?
Yeah, constantly. Well, there's always a cat standing on me too.
I sleep like Dracula. I sleep straight like a pencil with my arms folded on top of my
Now
chest.
that would
I
be
don't
an
move.
interesting time lapse if we all put a camera facing down and we just film a night's sleep, see who moves the most.
So, Geoff, when your phone went off across the room, you had to you sat up and went, bleh, and had to unfold your arms as they were crossed over your chest, or what?
I think
What-
so,
what
yeah,
happened?
probably.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it wasn't across the room. I could reach the phone from my bed, so I didn't have to get out of bed. If I had to get out of bed to get the phone, I probably would have just walked into the other room to figure out what the fuck was going on. It was the fact that, instinctly, I could just reach over and grab my phone and turn it off that,
I'm still with Andrew. I think you probably should have gone in the other room to figure out what was going on.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. What's everybody's sleep routine? Gavin, what is your go-to-bed routine?
I have an iPad that's by my bed. It's like a 2012 iPad, and I have headphones coming out of it. It was like a headband with headphones inside it, and I cut the headphones out and I stick those in the pillowcase. So I just align my ear with one of the speakers, and I just listen to stuff and fall asleep.
What do you listen to?
Just random YouTube, wherever YouTube takes me.
That's bizarre. What about you, Eric?
I lay down and close my eyes, and then it is the next day.
I would pay so much for that ability.
Yeah.
That's kind of my routine too.
If
Emily
I
goes to
could
sleep.
do that without just thinking endlessly for 2 hours, I would definitely do that.
I used to have that problem, and then no longer have that problem, and just I just close my eyes, and then I open my eyes, and it is tomorrow. I don't
know what?
dream.
Are you just really
nothing.
relaxed about your life?
No, I think I just used to be. I think that what I thought was stress and anxiety, I thought that I had found the ceiling, and then I really found the ceiling, and then I went, I'm not even close to needing to worry about this. And so after that, I just felt a lot better. And now I sleep. My wife has a whole routine also to go to bed, like Emily. It's there are many steps. It is very involved. I help her when she, when it's time for her to go to bed. When it is time for me to go to bed, I get into the bed. I pull the covers on top of me. I close my eyes, and then roughly 8 hours later, I open my eyes, and it is time to wake up.
That's generally how I do it too. I floss and brush my teeth.
Oh, it's great.
Put my phone down on the charger, and then get into the Dracula position. And sometimes I'll kick my feet out if it's too hot, but usually I don't. And then I just lay down, and then I say whatever little prayer or whatever affirmation thing it is, and then I immediately go to sleep. Quitting drinking. I had insomnia.
You get in a Dracula position and you do a prayer? What? You really glossed over that. What happened?
Well, I get in the Dracula position, I get ready, and then I just do whatever nightly prayer people say or whatever. I usually say just like I did last night. You put something out in the universe,
You're the shittiest atheist in the world, by the way.
maybe. I mean, I'm not praying to God. I'm just praying, just putting it out in the universe, just out into the energy. I don't expect, like I said, I don't expect an answer. It's just more this is important to me. This is something I'm thinking about. I should, if I verbalize it in my head, at least while I'm sleeping, it's
and then the universe tries to give you an answer, and you go, I don't want to wake up Emily.
No, I got the answer. The answer was the Howard Stern show. I just exactly know what it means, but I'm working on it.
I think that's healthy because you're kind of summing up each night. It's like a little bit of self-therapy. It's like journaling.
Yeah, it's kind of like journaling. It's the thing that's nagging or bothering me or that I have hopes or fears for or whatever. You just kind of put it out there. And
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's great. I just think it was weird that you glossed over it. That's all.
When I feel sleepy, I feel like I get a second wind so quickly. If I don't take note of the sleepiness and if I don't act within 8 minutes, I'm wide awake again. And if I'm I'm sleepy, head on the pillow, I'll immediately start thinking about crap, give myself second wind, and then I'm just up. So I have to distract myself with other content.
I'm glad.
No, yeah, I could. I'm gonna send something I haven't shared this with you guys. When I was constructing, this is ridiculous. I know it's ridiculous, but I genuinely tried to wrap this into my sleep plans when I was doing the rain thing every night, because I have a fan, and so I feel like I'm in the storm with the fan. And I was looking at different things that are around Halloween, and Spirit Halloween sold a like life-size version of the Mars Attack alien, and you could fill his blaster with water and it shoots mist out. And I was considering setting that up next to the bed so I could get mist in the face as like
a
part of the
humidifier
rain.
from Mars.
Yeah, exactly. But I couldn't find. I was trying to find something that would spritz me in the face occasionally, and I couldn't. And that was the best solution I had uncovered.
How would that not wake you up every time it happened?
I don't think it. I don't know. I think I would find it relaxing.
You know how this could work. Gavin wants to watch you sleep anyway. What if Gavin watches you sleep, but then
once I've tucked you in, I could be in charge of spritzing.
He shoots
a little
the
spray bottle every once in a while.
He sprays you every once in a while. Whenever he thinks you need
I think if it was on the face, it would wake me up. But if it like was on top of my head, I don't think it would. It would just feel nice, like some mist coming down.
I don't know. I feel like the tiniest piece of movement or noise, I'm awake.
Yeah, that's not how it works. Once I'm sleeping, I am out. But it's just getting comfy into sleep is the process.
I used to have the worst fucking insomnia, and it used to play. It's part of why I started drinking so heavily, was to drink myself to sleep. And I was so worried about getting sober that I'd never sleep again. Turns out the alcohol was the problem the whole time. I've never slept better than when I got sober. And it's never been a problem since I quit drinking. Never been a problem since I quit drinking. It's so wild.
Can we try, Andrew? Can I try tucking you in this year?
Absolutely. I'd love that. Welcome anytime. Come over, tuck me in.
When works for you?
Any night. I'm sleeping in the same place. I will say maybe wait a little bit. I bought myself my big Christmas treat, bought myself a new bed, new sheets. We're taking the sleep game very seriously.
And how
What
has
kind
that
of sheets
affected
did
the
you get?
pillow game?
I've added 5 more pillows.
So you have
So that
13
was that
pillows?
13?
Yeah, we're going to have a lot. The mountain grows.
Are they all behind your head, or are you building like a fort at this point?
Well, they start behind the bed, and then the bed kind of gets pushed out from the wall because the pillows leverage it. And so I just need to keep putting pillows in the hole, and the bed keeps sliding further out. So we're going to extend that process with these 5 additional pillows.
I want to bring Gracie up to speed on a lot of previous face, because Gracie joined pretty recently. And for example, didn't know about the shampoo bottle that got lodged in your asshole.
Well, no,
I want to know, has Gracie listened to the Best of Face compilation?
oh, God.
I don't think so.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'll get you a link.
Oh god.
You don't need.
You don't have to
Based
listen.
on everyone's reaction, I'm really scared.
Yeah.
It's short. I'll say that. You know, it's not too long.
Okay.
I don't know that it's going to answer any
But
of
it
those
is
questions.
the best of us, so it is like it's
No, it'll give me more questions if anything.
Yeah.
probably.
Ones that I don't want answers to.
He wasn't just like shoving shampoo bottles up his ass for fun or anything.
It was a purpose.
He got himself into a situation, and then he grabbed on, unintentionally shoved it up his ass, but then he had to hold that position because he didn't want to wake his partner up. It was a whole thing.
It was a consideration move, is what
Yeah.
it was.
Okay.
I just searched Best of Face. I can't even find it. Where is that? Did we not put
I will
that
say,
out?
we definitely did.
Yeah.
Absolutely released it.
Where is it?
Maybe it's audio only. I don't know. Are you on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that. That sounds like a problem.
You have to type the asterisks. God, our show names.
Oh yeah. You just have
there
to.
you go.
I literally type best of face, and it's right there.
Can we put? Okay, yeah. I think we need to improve the tags.
We can work on
I
that.
think we need to improve the name of the podcast, but I
Yeah.
guess we're just kind of like throwing ideas
too late
around.
for that.
Is 2020 the year we change the name, or 2024 the
Yeah,
year we change the name of our
2024 is the year
podcast?
we changed the name for sure. 100% on that.
Man, I've gone around and around on that so many fucking times over the last. How long have we been doing this? 3 years? God damn.
We should wrap this one up. I'm excited for 2024.
So am I. Before
I-
we
I
wrap
feel
up,
like we
I just
have a
want to
lot.
say one more thing. I want to, 2023, great year. 2024, year of shattering my dreams of 2023. I don't know if you guys remember. Remember when I had the Alan Wake 2 moment where I was just going and I got the code, entered it in.
Yeah,
It's like a 1 in 10,000 chance, and I had no idea how it happened or like how any of that worked. They just on Tuesday, yesterday, I guess Monday, released the New Game Plus version of Alan Wake 2. And so I loaded it back up and I've been playing through it. And I thought I'm going to really investigate and try to figure out where the code is and how this happened. And so I looked at the computer and the code is on the fucking screen. It's in the bottom left on a sticky note, which I didn't notice until last night, which now makes me think I must have subconsciously seen it and put it in, completely ruining the coolest luck moment I've ever had. It's
Wait,
just
was that
on
in the
screen.
original clip that you sent us?
I don't know. I haven't gone back and looked at the clip. It
'Cause I
might
feel like
zoom in.
I feel like we would have
If
noticed
we
it.
all didn't notice that, that's insane.
If we didn't notice it, then you shouldn't have been expected to.
But I didn't, and I felt so stupid when I was like, "Oh, it's on! It's literally facing me. I'm seeing it without seeing it." And
Unless
that's not like
it was patched in.
I don't think it was. I can quickly find the
Yeah,
clip.
go back
Find
to your
the
old
old one.
clip.
But that was crushing because I don't think I've ever had a cooler thing happen to me in a game, and then to realize, oh no, okay. So I'm looking at the clip right now. No, it doesn't. I think when you go to click in to type in the code, it might change because it's a lot darker. The room. It's like pitch black, as opposed to that. Maybe it's just like a different time I went to I don't know, but you don't see it. The sticky note is not visible. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because I was crushed last night when I saw that. When I'm a fucking idiot. It was literally in front of my face.
What a lovely start to 2024.
A beautiful start to 2024.
And next week I'm going to have my ears extra open.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
You ain't...
He keeps not doing it and then like putting his hand over his mouth.
What do you mean?
Nick, answer honestly. Are you bummed that you didn't realize this was the first one you could do again?
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, well, here's to a 2024 full of asshole waxing and name changes and big sticks and all kinds of nonsense. I guess we should probably wrap this up. Eh? Should we? Wait, just make yes, I agree, or no, don't. Because I'll keep it fucking going forever. Do you want me to retell this story about how I woke up at 3:13 in the morning? I can do that.
We're good.
Cover that again? No, we're good. Universe trying to tell me something? I'll see you next time.
Hey guys, Major League fan Jack here with a look at next week's episode of Face. Who looked at the pubes? We need standing desks. Andrew makes an apology. Andrew immediately deflects blame. Geoff finds nudity in the strangest of places. We've got puppies. And once again, Andrew does not eat the pencil. All that and more on next week's episode of Face.